Hi guys, this is AAC for All, and I have my helper here,
Hi guys, I'm Marty.
Miss Marley. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and try to do this. Oh, you have your baby doll, Caroline.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna try to switch adapt this light today for a jack-o'-lantern. I made a video on Friday and my phone died in the middle of it, so hopefully better luck today. I purchased this at the dollar store. It does not come with batteries, so you are going to need to get 3 AAA batteries. And the first thing I always do when I switch adapt a toy or an item is I test it to make sure it works with batteries regularly. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in and flip the switch. Yep, so it does work. Okay, so let's continue on. I'm going to take my batteries out. My husband always told me when I switch adapt stuff to take the batteries out, so I do listen to him on that. And this is what you're going to need.
Guys, hold on. I'm going to get my baby a seat.
Okay, get your baby drink. All right, so this is what you're going to need. Scissors. We're going to use electrical tape, but you can use a hot glue gun. A switch to test your light. Stereo extension cable, which you can find in my Insta bio link. On my Instagram account, where you can get that. Wire strippers, a flathead screwdriver, and that should be about it. And of course your batteries. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead. This is going to be the most difficult part of the entire project. So you're going to have to force these two parts of the light apart. So that's why I use the the flathead screwdriver. So I kind of wiggle my way in. This one seems to be really stuck. But I wanted you guys to see how difficult it was to get this open. As you can see, I kind of just make sure you're being super careful.
See moms?
Yeah.
Or dads?
Mom or dad's.
Yeah, they can help you with it.
Alright, so you can see it kind of helped to pry it open. Alright, so we're going to be working with the side that has a lot of wires in it. You can put the other side. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to see this is your switch here. You can kind of gently pop this out, and these are the 2 wires we're going to be working with right here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take my scissors, and I'm going to cut these wires. So basically I'm cutting the little switch off. Just as close as I can get it. There we go. Now, if you want, on the other one, what I did was I just pulled them out a little bit. These are kind of looped, so I'm just going to leave them in there. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to need your wire stripper for this and your stereo extension cable. So you have 2 parts on your stereo extension cable. You have your male end and your female end. For this, we're going to be using the female end. You don't need a very long piece of this because your switch will give you the longer wire. So I usually say maybe 3-4 inches. Alright, so don't throw this part away because you can actually make a switch out of the male part, and I do have a video on YouTube for that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to strip this encasing off of the wires. It's actually going to be a 12. The best advice I ever received was twist and pull up. You're going to see 3 wires. Some of the stereo extension cables I get are red, blue, and white. This one is yellow. I always just cut the blue out. Any of them will work because they're all copper. So with my scissors, I'm just going to get rid of the blue because we only need 2 wires. That's going to leave my yellow and my red. Now these 2 wires will be too small for the wire stripper. So what I do is if I have a good thumbnail, which I don't, I just take my thumbnail and try to get them off. But I'm going to act like I'm going to curl a ribbon with my scissors and gently get the encasing off to expose the copper. Same thing with the other side. So copper is exposed on both sides. Alright, so now we need to do the same thing with our light. So these teeny tiny wires, these 2, we will need to strip. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to pull mine through. I just pulled mine through and that worked pretty well. That way it gives me a little more room. It should be this one maybe. Yes, I do like this because it gives me a little bit more room. Okay, so now we're gonna strip these. Same thing, my wire stripper will not work for these because they are so thin. So I will have to gently, now be careful when you strip these because you don't want it to pull from the light down here. So I try to stabilize with one hand, strip with the other, and I was able to do that. So let me show you what mine looks like. The copper wire is now showing. Hope y'all can see that. It's pretty bright out today. We're gonna do the other side. How's yours going, Marley? Oh, I wonder if the batteries are in the right way. We're gonna do the other side. Same thing. All right, so now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the light, God bless you. You're gonna take the female end and we're gonna wrap the wire 1 to 1. So for example, this red wire is gonna get wrapped to this white one. And you're gonna do both sides. So this is quite long actually, so I'm gonna cut this a little bit. Give it a haircut. All right, so we're gonna wrap these around. Now this is where after you twist and wrap them, you could use a hot glue gun and just hot glue gun to form them together. That's the way I prefer, but today I'm going to show you just how to use electrical tape.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, Marley. Okay, so now you can see that they are together. I'm going to do the other side. We're going to do the other side. Wrap it around, and it doesn't have to be pretty, just as long as they're pretty tight together. All right, so now you can see that the two wires are linked together. This is where we're going to reinforce it with either hot glue or electrical tape. So we're going to grab our electrical tape. We're going to grab our scissors. You can actually get electrical tape at Dollar Tree as well. They have it in at some of the larger stores. A little bit goes a long way, so we probably will only need, we can probably get both out of this one. Excellent job, Marley. Marley wrapped her battery in electrical tape. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're just gonna cover those wires and make sure they are completely covered, because if the two wires on either side were to touch, it would activate the light, and you don't wanna do that. You want the switch to activate the light when you want it to activate, so. All right, so we should have both sides connected. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and throw in our batteries and plug in our switch to see if it works. So Marley, I'm gonna use your switch real fast, okay? Thank you. Oh, you were playing with the other one. All right, here we go. I'm gonna use your switch. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the batteries in.
I'm gonna get
Do you have the other battery? Oh, here it is. All right, so let's get our batteries in. We'll flip it over.
Mom.
Yes, Marley.
Can I see?
You can see what we're doing, absolutely. All right, so Marley, would you like to be the one that hits the switch when I tell you?
Yeah.
All right, you ready? Hit it. All right, so it works. Go ahead and let go.
Wow.
Hit it again. Good job. Now, excellent. All right, now stop. Good. Now I'm going to unplug the switch. So now it's kind of up to you how you do this. You can put the top back on. You can, if you want to put the switch in, it's not going to do anything, but it's still going to look like a switch. So what I do is I just gently put the casing back on. And then what I did was put a little electrical tape so it just kind of hung a certain way, although I think this looks pretty good. So that is how you switch adapt a dollar light. You can put it in a jack-o'-lantern. I'd love to know the other creative ways that you do things with this light and let me know how it goes. All right, thank you so much, Marley, for helping. I appreciate it.
I got 4, I got 5, I got 2, I got
There we go.